I was in Los Angeles working at this place called Jack and Jill's of Beverly Hills. It's closed, don't worry. And I was working a brunch shift. They only served brunch. And it was Oscar Sunday. It was busy. And I was working, they were like, you gotta take a break. You gotta take a half hour. And I was like, okay. So I go out back and I smoke as many Parliament lights as I can. Like, I'm like, get them done. So I'm smoking them and it's like 3 minutes till my break's over. And I'm like, that's the time I gotta go to the bathroom. So I go to like get in line to go to the bathroom and they're both being used. And I was like, ooh, I gotta go. You know what I mean? Not number one. I had a lot of Parliament lights. You know what I mean? And I was like, oh man, I gotta go. And then something happened. And I was like, I have to go. I have to go now. And then I felt like an animal in a cage. I was like, I gotta go now. There's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go, they're not coming out. And then I shat myself. People are lining up. I'm shitting myself. And then a woman in a stroller comes out and she's like, oh, I'm so sorry, it took so long. And I'm like, get out of here. You're gonna be changing my diaper soon, get out. So I go into the bathroom and it was one of those restaurants where it was like, they were like, we don't want a normal apron, we want one to the floor. So I like take the apron, I throw it over my shoulder, I take off my pants, poop falls out. Dark. Throw away the underwear, not salvageable, okay? And then I have to finish because I held something back. Obviously, I held something back. So then I was like, I gotta figure these pants out. So I go and I start like washing my pants in the sink with like Dial soap, and I'm like, oh, I'm naked. Which is like an apron. I'm like, oh, it's been worse. It has been worse than this. And then I put them back on. Tough. Wet poop pants with no underwear. And I'm like, okay, people are knocking on the door. I'm way over my break. My break is past. And I was like, okay. And I know you're probably thinking, she went home. Had to have gone home. No, I had tips to make. I finished the rest of my shift. Yeah, I'm sorry. I apologize for that. So I would stand away from the table because I could smell me. I'm so sorry. Tough. So I left my shift feeling pretty bad. And I thought, I'm going to treat myself. So I went to Rite Aid and I bought myself a pair of shoes. Yeah, well, that got you guys. What? Darkness! Everyone was like, that's the line! Real success story I am. One of my least favorite things is like when you're working at a restaurant and you run out of something you should never run out of, ever. I was working at this restaurant, we would often run out of eggs. A breakfast place. And so I'd have to go up to the table and I'd be like, hey, I'm so sorry. We are 86 eggs. And they'd be like, what's 86? And I'd be like, oh, okay, we're out of them. And they're like, yeah, but this is a brunch place. And I'm like, good point. Our manager's a fucking idiot. But the pancakes are great. But I've never in my life, ever, met a manager of anything that I was like, oh my God, they are just so kind and they are so smart. Never in my life. That happened. Now I am a manager of my husband. When he's doing his side work, I just stand nearby. I don't get involved. I let him know what he's doing wrong. I write him up all the time. I will let him go at any time I can. There will be cause. He thinks his shift is over. He's laying down on the couch, and I'm like, you better get back out there on that floor.